The character loved anger and embracing themselves, but their emotion continue development underneath. Family member can be Adil and Nisrin may understand Yaman's softer side better than Doga does. They know the struggle behind his success. They can see when she is not only anger to hide fear. The advance may not immediately change him, but it reminds viewer that Yaman has people who care about the person he was before he became powerful. Around them, he does not need to prove his worth. This is important because Yaman's greatest emotional need is not simply love. He needs to believe that he can be accepted without performing strength. The younger Yaman was rejected when he appeared weak and damaged. Since then, he was rebuilding a personality designed to prevent that experience from happening again. He wants to be experienced, prepared, and impossible to dismiss. Loving Doga means allowing the same woman who once saw him as it weakens to see his vulnerability again. Doga's greatest need may also be acceptance. People often see her beauty, wealth, family name, and bold personality. They may admit her or obey her, but that does not mean they understand her. Yaman Ragnar can become valuable because he refuses to create her like a perfect princess. He see her felt if he eventually love her with full knowledge of this is fault, that love will mean more than the easy attention she has received from others. However, their responsibility can only become real after the trust is spoken. Secret create experience for viewer, but they create danger for character. Every romantic moment between Doga and Yaman carries the hidden weight of the past. Doga cannot give informed trust while she does not know when Yaman enters her life with anger. Yaman cannot fully accept his attention while he is still secretly judging her for something she has not remembered. The longer Yaman waits, the greater the risk. At first, he may believe silence gives him order. He now the trust and Doga does not. Yet secretly slowly become a prison. He cannot explain his reaction. He cannot ask for the apology he needed. He cannot honestly receive Doga growing feeling. The trust he uses as a weapon also prevent him from healing. Doga curiosity pushes against this silence. She began noticing detail, asking questions, studying human behavior. Perhaps a name, an old document, a memory, or another person will help her connect the past with the present. The memory or recognition may arrive suddenly. She may remember the nervous young man standing in front of her and realize that Yaman has carried her word for years. What that happened, Doga will likely feel severe emotion at once. She may feel shame because she now cares for the person she hunts. She may feel anger because Yaman hid the trust and possibly used it against her. She may feel sadness for the younger Yaman. She may also feel fear sadness that every tender moment between them was part of his revenge. This is feeling can create a major separation even when love has already become real. Yaman will then face his one painful questions. When he did the game throwing between up again, perhaps he began with the idea of testing Richie's Doga lesson. Perhaps he wanted to make her feel rejected, yet at the same point his concern becomes unclear. The problem is that Doga may not believe him. When trust is damaged, even the trust sounds him like another lie. Someone may discover that winning revenge is easier than winning back a heart. The latest episode showed that the relationship moving beyond simple dislike, their closeness, jealousy, emotional games, and private movement make it clear that both are deeply affected. The series is no longer asking whether attraction exists. It is asking whether that attraction can survive the trust. The sixth episode brings the story to the more intense point where romantic tension and emotional danger are becoming difficult to separate. As the next episode approaching, several questions remain open. Will Yaman finally admit why he had treated Doga so harshly? Will Doga discover the trust from someone else? Will their growing feeling turn into a honest relationship, or will the revenge plan destroy their trust? How will Lucy react if we understand the full history? What role will Villa play when the past returns? And can Yaman forgive Doga without feeling that he has betrayed his younger self? The answer may depend on whether Yaman understands the true meaning of strength. He once believed strength meant becoming successful enough that no one could humiliate him again. Later, he may believe it means controlling Doga and forces her to recognize her value, but reassurance may be telling the truth without knowing what will happen afterward. If maybe allowing himself to say you hurt me instead of hidden plan behind punishment. Doga must also discover a deeper meaning of confidence. She has always appeared confident because she speaks boldly and rarely allows others to see her fear. Yet real confidence includes the ability to admit wrongdoing. It means saying I made a cruel choice and I am sorry without adding excuse. It also means decided whether she can forgive Yaman for the way he used the past. Their love story can only succeed if outside responsibility. Doga is responsible for the original humiliation. Yaman is responsible for the choices he makes in the present. When person mistake does not give the other person unlimited permission to cause pain, this balance prevents the story from becoming a simple tale of revenge. It becomes a story about how into imperfect people can either repair the harm or break the circle. The social difference between them remained meaningful. Yaman's earlier rejection was influenced by appearance and class. Doga come from the world where she could easily decide who belonged and who did not. Yaman's success challenged that system, but his personal victory cannot remove the larger problem. This story asks viewers to think about how quickly society judges people based on clothes, money, confidence, or family background. A person they could not define her value. Yaman arrived at the interview looking unprepared because of substance, not because he lacked ability, yet no one gave him enough time to explain. The kind of judgment happen everywhere. People lose opportunity because they do not appear public, speak confidently, or come from respective families. This series turn into everyday unfairness into the emotional foundation of their romance. At the same time, Yaman later succeed does not mean he suddenly become more as a human being. He has already worthily when he entered the company in damaged clothes, money and confidence change how others see him, but they do not create his value. This is an important lesson because revenge stories sometimes suggested that success is the only answer to humiliation. The deeper answer that is understanding that the cruel judgment was wrong from the beginning. Doga growth required recognize this trust. She must understand that Yaman did not become worthy about becoming powerful. She simply failed to see his worth when he was vulnerable. If she only respects the successful version of Yaman, her change is incomplete. She must learn to respect the frightened young man as well. Yaman must always be learned to love the imperfect version of himself. He has spent years trying to move away from the nervous applicant he once was. He may feel embarrassed by the memory, but the younger woman showed courage. He continued to the interview after everything went wrong. He entered the building despite knowing how he looked. He was not weak. He was brave in the way that older Yaman may have forgotten. Healing began when Yaman stopped treating his past self as someone who needed revenge and started treating him as someone who deserved companion. Dogo apologize may help, but it cannot complete the process alone. Yaman may be future that decided the emulation will no longer control his future. Otherwise, even a perfect apologize will not satisfy him. Doga also carries emotional wounds that have not yet been fully relieved. Her pride may have development as protection against family pressure or fear of abandonment. People who appear careless sometimes avoid seriousness but serious feeling when may vulnerable. Her joy can game may be the way of escaping emotions she cannot control. Yaman forces her to leave that comfortable position. The more she cares for him, the less successful her one defense becomes. She cannot love every painful moment. She cannot always use her family name to solve personal problems. She cannot force someone to trust her for perhaps the first time. Doga must wait for another person to trust her freely. This certainly can make her more emotionally, but it also can help her mature. The relationship therefore work as a challenge for Bao. Doga challenges Yaman to stop living entirely inside his old wound. Yaman challenges Doga to examine the careless way she has used her privilege. They made each other uncomfortable because growth is uncomfortable. It arrives as the force that breaks the identities they had built. This is why the title feels appropriate. Nature creates change through pressure. Water shapes stones slowly. Storm break weak branches. Fire clear old growth, allowing sometimes new to appear. In the same way, Yaman and Doga connection places pressure on their emotional wall. Their arguments receive attraction, jealousy, and secret are changing them even when they receive. This is especially meaningful in this story. It nearly takes Doga's life, but it also reveals Yaman insists he can plan revenge while standing safety on land, but in the face of the danger. His heart makes the decision. He chooses Doga life. That action says more than any romantic speech. After the rescue, Yaman cannot honestly return to complete hatred. He may continue using the word because it feels safer, but its behavior has already closed into care. Doga understands this on same level. That is why she keeps asking what it truly feels. His action gave her hope while his word pushed her away. Mixed signal can become cruel when they continue too long. Yaman must recognize that his confession affects Doga. She may believe he is the only injured person because his pain began first, yet Doga prison feeling are real. If he moves closely when he is afraid of losing and then become cold when she trusted him. He creates insecurity. Pain explains his behavior, but it does not excuse every action. Doga also need to stop treating emotional risks like entertainment. Testing Yaman so jealousy or romantic game may give her temporary answer, but it can damage trust. Honest questions are fretting, yet they are hinted at manipulations about character more than from game to clear communication. The comedy for the relationship make viewer enjoy the journey when the emotional issues are serious. Their stubbornness creates lively scene. Doga refused to accept Yaman rules. Yaman refused to be defeated by her charm. Every attempt to close control the other end in the new problem. They may begin a scene try to prove sometimes they finish it more confused is that before. This situation also make their softer moments stronger. When two characters spend much of their time fighting, one quiet anger of care becomes powerful. A simple look, a gentle touch, or a moment of concern feel important because it breaks the usual pattern. The audience notices every change. Alpiran begins a trance and hidden sadness to Yaman. His character need to appear confident while still carrying the memory of humiliation. The emotional often exists below the surface. Yaman may say very little, but his expression can reveal anger, jealousy, fear, or affection. This control style suits a man who has trained himself not to show weakness. Oh, Syagis give Doga brightness, pride, humor, and emotional energy. Doga can enter a scene with confidence and quietly change into direction. Yet her strongest movement come when the confidence break. When Doga become a fried, hurt, or uncontained viewer can these see the human behind the image. Together, the lead actor create the tension needed for an enemy to lover story. Their chemistry depends on contrast. Yaman is controlling where Doga is spontaneous. He holds feeling inside while she reacts openly. He plans carefully when she changing direction quickly. This is different create conflict, but they also create balance. Doga can bring movement and enjoy that into Yaman jealousy life. Yaman can bring stability and honesty into Doga world. The quality that irritates them more later become the quality they need more. This is often how strong financial couple work. They do not complete each other because one person is incomplete. They help each other part of the life they have ignored. Still, love should not magically remove every problem. Yaman and Doga need more than attraction and chemistry. They need difficult conversation. They need boundary. They need to escape the consequence of their choice. A relationship built on hidden revenge cannot become healthy without a clear break from the original plan. The coming episode may place them under even greater pressure. Secrets usually become harder to control as more people learn them. Family becoming member, more choice and side. Business interests may turn emotional disagreement into public conflict. A new romantic rival could increase jealousy. Someone may use the past to separate them. Yaman enemies with a personal or professional could recognize Doga as it emotional weakens. He may again chooses her safety over his pride. Doga may also have to protect Yaman. Until now, the issue from the sea has placed him into the role of protector. A stronger relationship requires balance. Doga should have opportunity to stand beside him when his one past or family difficult become painful. Love becomes real when protection moves in both directions. The earthly family may struggle to accept that Doga feeling cannot be managed like a business decision. Lucy might believe Yaman is danger, especially if she learns about the revenge. His concern will not be completely unreasonable. Yaman entered their world carrying hidden anger. However, keeping Doga away by force pushed her closer to him. Parents often create the result they fear when they control too strongly. Doga independence means she is likely to receive direct order. Lucy will need to dissect author with her. Protected his Doga means choosing for her or giving her enough trust to make her one decision. This could become an important part of his growth as a father. Yaman family may also wrong that Doga will open his one wound. They know how hard it work to build a new life. They may fear that his connection with her is based more on pain than love. The concern could be helpful. It is encourage honesty but harmlessly if it becomes another attempt to control him. The relationship cannot survive if everyone around him continues speaking while Yaman and Doga avoid speaking to each other. Friends and family can offer advice, but the central trust belonging to the couple. Yaman must tell his story his one word. Doga must answer honestly. No third person can complete that conversation for them. When Yaman finally explained the interview day, the scene should not only focus on anger, it should allow the younger version of him to be here. He needed to describe that the hope he cried, the disaster on the road, the courage required, the entry, the company and the pain of hearing the human laugh. Lodoga needed to understand that she did not only reject a continent, he made a struggling person feel invisible. Doga apologized should also be satisfied. She made the struggling person feel invisible. Dogo apologized should also be sacrificed. General rigor may not be enough. She should allow that she understand what was wrong, judging his growth, rating nervousness as weakness, using her power carelessly and laughing when he could hear. A meaningful apology named the harm clearly. Yaman then has the right to need time. Forgiveness should not be demanding simply, but Doga apologized. He has cried the memory for years. However, time should be used for healing, not for continuous regret punishment. He must decide what future he wants. Doga may also need an apology from Yaman. His plan does not erase the damage caused by his revenge and his manipulated her feeling created false situations or intentionally humiliated her, he must accept responsibility. Their apologies are not equal exchange, they cancel each other. They are separate act of honesty. Only after it can also their romance move in a healthier state. The passion may remain and their playful argument may continue because this is quality make them who they are. The difference will not be trust. They can challenge each other without secretly trying to pain. A true relationship between them will still face class difference. Doga may be comfortable with wealth and public attentions, while Yaman may remain sensitive to sign to disrespect. Some misunderstanding could awaken the past. They will need patience. Doga must avoid treating his sensitivity as insecurity, and Yaman must avoid seeing every mistake as proof that she has not been changed. Their words can also learn from each other. Doga can become more aware of people outside her wealthy circle. Yaman can learn that not every person with is automatically cruel. Bout began with unfair judgment. Doga judged Yaman by appearance. Yaman later is judging Doga only by her action. The series therefore creates a circle. The original injury comes from judgment without understanding. Healing requires both character to do the opposite. Listen, understanding, and allow the other person to be more than one moment. This is an emotional love beneath the romance. The story is not about timing. Yaman and Doga meet when neither was ready for the relationship. They might later build. The first meeting creating pain because Doga look awareness and Yaman look power. Their second meeting gives them another changes, but the old imbalance has not disappeared. It has only changed direction. Now Yaman holds hidden knowledge and emotionally power. He has chosen to repeat the earlier injustice or create something different. This is the true trust of his character. Becoming powerful is not enough. What matters is how he uses power. When the person who once hurt him becomes vulnerable, Doga trusts is with her. She can change without losing her natural confidence. Growth does not require her to become silent or escape forever. She can remain both playful and strong. She simply needs to add empathy and responsibility to this is quality. The best version of Doga is not completely different person. It is a versatile version of the same lively woman. Yaman's best version is always not a woman without anger and ambition. This is quality help him survive. He need to combine them with openness. Strength and softness can exist together. He can protect himself without closing his heart. The latest stage of the story suggested that his change has already begun. Yaman cannot hide his concern as easily as before. Doga cannot pretend his opinion does not matter. Their attraction has moved into emotional dependence. Even so, neither may uses the name. Every separation now carries pain and every reunion relief. This is why the next stage are dangerous. One, two people become emotionally dependent, secret gain more power. The trust about revenge could make Doga questions every memory. A comedy romantic she believed was sincere may suddenly appear plain. Yaman will need to prove not only that he loves her now, but also that some movement between them was real despite his original intentions. Providing love will require consistent action. A single dramatic ritual will show incident, but trust is rebuilt through smaller choices. Yaman must tell the trust even while Erling will protect him. He must respect Doga's decision even when they threaten him. He must allow her to live that he needs space. Doga must also show changes through action. Apologize mean little that it continue looking down on people. She must disconnect respect in a way she handle work. Family and stranger, Yaman need to see that the human standing between them is not exactly the same person who laughed years earlier. Their story may eventually become one of the mutual issue. Yaman saved Doga physically from the sea. Doga may see Yaman emotionally from a life controlled by revenge. Yet she cannot perform the rescue alone. Yaman must choose to come out of the emotionally water. No person can heal someone who refuses to release the wound. The summer atmosphere makes his heavy subject easier to watch. Bright location, romantic music, family comedy and playful sporting character prevent the series from becoming completely dark. Viewer can enjoy the beautiful setting while following deeper emotionally questions. This mixture is one of the reasons this series has quickly attracted attention. The contrast also real life. Pain does not stop summer from being beautiful. People can laugh at dinner while carrying severe worries. Family can agree and then share food. Two people can be angry and still act actions. Human emotion rarely arrive once at the time. Yaman and Doga represent this confession. They can hurt and care in the same moment. They can want distance and closeness together. They can speak clarity and then worry about the effect. There is infrustrated but it also human. The series will become stronger if they allow both character to face consequences. Yaman should not be forgotten immediately only because he is a romantic hero. Doga should not be excused only because she has charm. Their action matter. Love should push them toward an table, not trust responsibility. This approach will also give the sporting character more meaningful role. Hira can face her part in the original humiliation. Lucy can examine how family privilege shaped Doga. Yaman Love one can help him remember his word without encouraging one. Front can support nasty rather than manipulations. Another important question is whether the business conflict has deepened secret. The connection between Yaman and Sally Holding may involve more than one failed interview. His return could uncover decision, rivalries, or hidden family problems. If so, the romance will become tied to a larger struggle over loyalty and power. Doga may then be forced to choices between protecting the family name and accepting an uncomfortable trust. This will continue her growth. In the beginning, she benefits from the family power without questioning it. Later, she may need to decide when the earthly name should represent. Yaman could also face a choice between personal justice and the well-being of innocent people connected to the business. Revenge aimed at one's family can affect worker, friend, and relative who had nothing to do with the original event. Major justice required seeing this is consequence. A title meaning may therefore grow beyond romance. Nature creates a system where every action affects something else. One choice produces another result. Cruelty creates anger, anger creates revenge, one creates new problems, pain. To break this circle, someone must act differently. Doga began the circle through a careless cruelty. Yaman knew hold the opportunity to continue or end it. If he chooses honored conversation over hidden punishment, he changes the law that has controlling their relationship. Doga then exposed with an untable instance of Danya. Their eventual love, should it survive, will not be powerful because faith implies place them together. It will be powerful because they closer to become better. After faith brings them face to face. Attraction is natural, but a lasting relationship is a decision made repeatedly. At this point, neither has fully made that decision. They are still moving between desire and defense. Yaman still wants control. Doga still uses game. The excitement comes from watching that the moment when this defense finally becomes impossible to maintain. A confession may become during a crisis rather than a peaceful conversation. Turkish romantic drama often places characters under intense pressure before allowing the trust to emerge. Danger, jealousy, family oppositions, or possible separation could force Yaman or Doga to speak. If Yaman believes he may lose Doga, he may finally admit that his feelings are real. However, a confession made under pressure will not solve the hidden past. The emotional high must be followed by honest explanation, otherwise the relationship will remain unstable. Doga may be the first to speak because her personality is more direct. She could challenge Yaman to stop hiding and tell her whether he cared, yet she may also fear giving him power over her. Her confession might appear as anger, association, or a caution rather than a soft romantic speech. This will soothe their relationship. Yaman and Doga are unlikely to move from enemies to gentle lovers. In one simple moment, even their confession may become an argument. They may adult love while still in disagreement about everything else. The mixture will feel true to their personality. The chemistry between them grow become neither is easily defensive. Doga needs someone strong enough to resist her, but not someone who tries to destroy her independence. Yaman needs someone brave enough to challenge his war, but not someone who mocks his vulnerability. They must learn where challenging ends and her begins. Their earlier behavior often crosses that line. This is why growth matters. Playful conflict can be romantic when both people feel safe. It becomes unhealthy when one person is secretly using the other feeling as punishment. The story must move them forward equal emotional ground. Doga family background and Yaman struggle create different idea about safety. Doga may see safety as financial comfort, family influence, and control over choices. Yaman sees safety as independence, preparation, and never appearing weak. Neither definition include emotional trust. Through each other, they can discover a new kind of safety, being not completely and still accepted. For Yaman, this means Doga seeing the nervous young man behind his success. For Doga, it means Yaman seeing the imperfect woman behind that confident image. Such acceptance cannot happen while they hide the trust. Their love story is therefore moving toward and confrontations. Nature may bring people together, but Nasty decided whether remain together as viewer wait for the next chapter. Behind their confident image, such exception cannot hidden while they hid the trust. The strongest possibility that the emotional game will become more serious. Yaman and Doga are already too close to return to indifference. When even they separate after discovering the trust, the connection will remain. Distance may help them understand while the contact fighting has hidden. Yaman may realize that Iman did not bring the satisfaction he accepted. Hurting Doga will help him because her pain has become incomplete for them. Doga may realize that her attraction is not only based on competition, she misses the man beneath the anger. Including the softer side he tried to hide, a temporary aspirations could therefore straighten the story. It would allow bout of reflect without using physical attraction to avoid difficult questions. Human could face his past. Dogar continue changing their union world them feel rather than automatic. Welcome back everyone. Today we are entering the beautiful, emotional and sometimes painful world of the new series Law of the Nature now in Turkey said Doga Nenin Kanono. It is a story about old world pride, social difference, family pressure, second chain and the strange way life brings people together. At the center of this story are Yaman and Doga, two people who appear completely different from each other. Their personality create the past create tension and their family makes someone more difficult. Still beneath are the argument and anger. A powerful connection slowly starts growing between them. They may try to run from it, deny it, or turn it into their game, but nature has its one rule. Sometimes the person we believe we hate becomes the person who understands us best. Before we enter the full story, let us look at the latest position of this series. Law of the Nature began its television journey on June 10, 2026. It airs on Star TV and brings together appearances as Yaman and Oz as Doga. By July 17, six episode has already been showing with the sixth episode airing on July 15. The story is still continue and the new episode is expected on July 22. The series has quickly gained attention because it combines romance comedy, family conflict, revenge, and emotional drama. It is also flying against the warm and peaceful beauty of Allah, which gives the story a fresh summer feeling even when the characters are facing serious problems. The Greenland Blue Water Old House and Quiet Road create a strong contact with the emotional storm inside Yaman and Doga. The story began with Yaman at the much younger and weaker point in his life. At that time, he ignored the confident, sharp, and powerful man we later come to know. He is a nervous young engineer crying great hope for his future. He believes one important job interview can change his life. He has worked hard, prepared himself, and dreamed about entering the respectful company. For someone like Yaman, this opportunity is not only about earning money, it is about proving that his effort has value. It is about becoming someone his family proud can be of. It is about escaping the limit placed around him by his different. He began that day with hope, but life has prepared a lesson for him on the way to the interview. An unfortunate event leave Yaman looking dirty, tired, and completely unprepared. His appearance no longer showed the careful preparation to made. Before leaving home, still he refuses to give up. He reaches early holding because he understands that opportunity do not always return. He knows that arriving in the bad condition is risky, but missing the interview will be even worse. He walked into the company crying embarrassment, fear, and hope at the same time. He wants someone to look beyond his clothes and notice his education, intelligence, and determination. Unfortunately, the people he met judged him before giving him a real chance. This is where Doga and Yaman enter life. Doga Arkli is the daughter of a rich and powerful family. She has grown up into comfort, status, and people who usually follow her wishes. She is beautiful, confident, quick, her forward, and used to controlling the space around her. Her close friend Vera is beside her, sharing her attitude and her astonishment. When Yaman appears in the damaged clothes and nervous condition, Doga does not stop to ask what happened. She does not wonder what an educated young man will arrive looking so troubled. Instead, she tries to what she sees on the surface. She and Vera judge him by his appearance, make fun of his behavior, and treat him as though he does not belong in their work. Yaman is rejected, but the rejection is not the deepest word. The greater pain comes when he hears the insulting words spoken about him after they believe he has left. He hears how they describe him, he hears his laughter and their judgment. At that moment, something inside him changes. He does not simply lose a job opportunity, he lost part of his trust in people. The humiliation becomes a memory that refuses to disappear. It follows him through the coming year, might become connected to everyone he later achieved. Whenever he feels weak, he remembers the room. Whenever someone doubts him, he remembers Doga's voice. His pain slowly turns into ambitions, and his ambition becomes the fire that pushes him forward. For Doga, however, the meeting is easy to comfort. For Doga, however, the meeting is easy to forget. The difference is important. The movement that changing human life is only a small and important incident in Doga's day. She does not understand how deeply her behavior has hurt him. She moves forward while he carries the memory. This shows one of the strongest ideas in this series. People can cause lattice damage without understanding what they have done. A careless joke may remain in another person's mind for years. A few cruel words may become the reason someone stops trusting others. The person who speaks may forget, but the person who receives the pain may never forget. Years pass, and Yaman is no longer the frightened young man who stands inside tersely holding, hoping to be accepted. He had rebuilt himself. He has become successful, confident, intelligent, and much more careful about showing his feelings. Her earlier weakness is hidden behind a stronger personality. He now understands business, people, and power. He has learned that respect is not always given freely. Sometimes it must be earned, damaged, or taken, yet success has not fully healed him. His achievements will have covered the wound, but they have not removed it. Deep inside the young man from that humiliating interview, still everything. Yaman's transformation is one of the most interesting parts of the story. He does not become strong only because he wants money. His journey is emotional. He wants to prove that the people who looked down on him was wrong. He wants to show the cloud nervousness and when but they cannot define a person's true worth. In some way the desire help him. It gives him discipline and courage. In other way, it traps him. He becomes so connected to the past that even his success cannot make him peaceful. He has won many battles, but he is still fighting the memory of a young woman who properly does not remember him. Doga's life has also changed over the years. She still carries the confidence of someone born into a powerful family, but her position is not as free or easy as it seems. Being in Erkly gave her wealth and status, yet it also brings expectation. Her father, Lucy, has his one idea about family business responsibility and the future. Doga may act independent, but the family name is always around her. Every choice she makes can affect the company and the people connected to it. Her life appears perfect from a distance. But inside the family, there are fair tensions, secret, and disagreement. Doga has learned to use humor and sharp word as the form of protection. Doga is not presented as a completely heartless woman. This is important because the story will become too simple. If she were only cruel and Yaman were only innocent, she made a serious mistake when she judged him. When she is always a person with her one weakness, she can be proud, impatient, cold, and careless. Yet she can also be brave, emotional, loyal, and surprisingly kind. As the story continues, viewers begin to see the difference between the image Doga showed to the world and the feeling she hides inside. She does not always understand himself, and it makes her connection with Yaman more complicated. Fate brings Yaman and Doga together again, but their second meeting happened under completely different conditions. Yaman is no longer asking the earthly family for an opportunity. He returned with knowledge, confidence, and the position that allow him to challenge them. Doga does not immediately recognize the frightened job applicant she once mocked. She sees a difficult, stubborn, and self-assured man who refuses to be impressed by her family name. This creates an interesting reversal. Years earlier, she had the power and he had none. Now, Yaman she can understand in front of without learning his eyes. For Yaman, meeting Doga again feel like life has opened an old door. He has imagined this moment for years. Perhaps he believed he would feel satisfied when she finally said when he had become. Perhaps he thought the world enjoyed watching her lose control. He wanted her to understand that the man She dismissed was capable of becoming stronger than anyone expected, yet real life is never as simple as the revenge imagined inside someone might. The moment Yaman faces Doga, her anger returned, but sometimes else appeared beside it. He is affected by her in a way he did not plan. Doga exposed to Yaman corners with her one pride. She understands cannot why is man seen to dislike her because truly knowing her, she noticed that his anger feels personal, but she does not know it full sure. She is used to respect treating her with respect because of her name, beauty or position. Yaman does none of this is thing. He challenges her, questions her, and sometimes make her feel as small has made him feel. They attract her attention even while it make her angry. She wants to defect him, but she also wants to understand him. Their early relationship become a battle of word, pride, and control. Neither want to be the first person to step back. Yaman believed Doga resent the careless rich word that humiliated him. Doga believes Yaman is an unreasonable and argument man who had decided to judge her without explanation. Every conversation become a competition. Every small disagreement grow into someone larger because both carry hidden emotions. They speak as enemies. But they watch each other too closely for their relationship to be simple-hearted. The series uses humor to make this conflict enjoyable. Yaman and Doga do not only create heavy drama, their arguments often become funny because both are clever and willing to surrender. Doga can turn a serious situation into a playful challenge, while Yaman tries to remain controlling even when she pushes him beyond his patience. He wants to appear unaffected, but Doga has a special ability to disturb the face she presents to the world. She brings out the young man hiding behind his carefully built wall. At the same time, Yaman affects Doga differently from the man she already knows. He does not believe as if she is a prize to be won. He does not agree with everything she wears. He is not frightened by her family, and he does not allow her beauty to silence him. This can feel insulting to Doga, but it also new and excited. For perhaps the first time, someone is forcing her to look at herself honestly. Yaman does not only see the rich daughter of Lucy Ursuli. He noticed her self-perception, her fear, her strength, and the sadness she tried to hide. Their family makes the situation even more complicated. Lucy is not simply a background character. As father Doga, he has a strong influence over her choices and on the direction of the company. He wanted to protect his daughter, but protection can easily become control. Parents often believe they know what is the best because they have more life experience. However, their decision can stop their children from learning who they truly are. Lucy's relationship with Doga reflects this problem. He cared for her deeply, but this plan may not always matches her wishes. Yaman may also carry the weight of family. His connection with allied Nessin, Safid Brak, and the people around him reveal a warmer and more ordinary side of his personality. Around Doga, he often appears hard and defensive. Around him, one people, he becomes a man who understands responsibility, loyalty, and sacrifice. The difference between allow viewer to see that his anger is not his completely identity. He is capable of kindness, humor, and deep care. He has simply learned to hide this quality. What he believes someone may use them against him. The sporting character gives the series much of this army. Vera is closely connected to Doga and to be painful even for Yaman past. Because she was present during the humiliation, her role cannot remain completely separated from the central conflict. She now the younger version of Doga and share part of the responsibility for what happened. However, like Doga, she may fully understand the damage they cause. Her present remind Yaman of the past and make him forgiveness more difficult. Brack brings another kind of energy. He is connected to the younger and more playful side of the story, yet his action can still influence the central relationship. Romantic drama often need characters who create misunderstanding, jealousy, or unexpected sport. Brack can make move between humor and emotion, especially when affection becomes confusing. His relationship showed that love is not limited to the main couple. Other people are also try to understand their feelings, protect their pride, and avoid rejection. Parents Nisrin, Adil, Safi, Davin, Iraq, Hadia, Mar, Kazim, Busra, and Kamuran helped create the larger world around Yaman and Doga. Each person carried a different connection to family, work, friendship, or romance. Some give advice, some create trouble, some protect secret. Other noting the growing feeling between Yaman and Doga before the couple admit the trust. These sporting rules are important because love really development in an empty space. Family and friends shape every decision, especially in the story where the couple come from difficult special world. One of the strongest early events in the dangerous accident involving Doga. Her vehicle leaves the road and goes into the sea, turning an ordinary conflict into a matter of life and death. In that moment, pride becomes meaninglessness. The old humiliation, business disagreement, sharp word, and social difference disappear. Yaman sees Doga in danger and acts. He does not stop to ask with her, saying her will help him revenge. He does not wait for someone else. His natural response is to protect her. The issue changing the emotional direction of the story. Yaman may claim that he hates Doga, but his action reveals something more complicated. A person can save an enemy because it is morally right that, but the identity of Yaman's reaction suggested that Doga already mattered to him. He cannot stand the idea of losing her. The fear in such a moment comes from the place deeper than logic. It showed that his heart is moving faster than his mind. For Doga, surviving the accident created a new connection with Yaman. The man who often speaks to her with anger becomes the man who refuses to let her die. She cannot easily place these two versions of him together. How can someone seem to hate her and she risks for much for her? These questions begin to weaken the simple story she has created about him. He is no longer only an arrogant stranger, he becomes a mystery, and Doga is not the kind of person who can leave a mystery alone. The accident also represents rebirth. Water also carries a symbolic meaning in its story. It can representing danger, cleansing change, and a new beginning. When Doga enters the water, the confident world she now is suddenly taken away. She cannot control the situation. She depends on Yaman when she returns to safety. The relationship is no longer what it was before. Sometimes has been washing away, even if neither person is ready to name it. Yaman, however, if written by his one's reaction, revenge is easier when the person you hate remains distant and simple. It becomes much harder when the person looks at you with fear, trust, and gratitude. Yaman has become air, building an image of Doga as a careless and cruel moment. Saving her forces him to see her as human. She can be scared, she can be vulnerable, she can depend on him. When he sees this side of her, his anger cannot remain clear and complicated. Doga also began a challenge Yaman's understanding of the part. She may not remember the old even clearly, but her present behavior does not always match the villain he has carried in his mind. She makes mistakes, but she also shows courage. She can be selfish, but she can be care for people. The more time Yaman spent near her, the more difficult it becomes to believe that one terrible moment explains her entire character. This does not remove her responsibility, it simply creates room for growth. Forgiveness is one of the central questions in their story. Does Doga deserve forgiveness if she did not understand the pain she caused? Does Yaman have the right to punish her without first telling her the truth? She will heal the person who keeps it, or does it keep the world alive? The series does not offer an easy answer. Yaman's anger is understandable. He has humiliated at a vulnerable moment, and that experience shaped his life. Yet, if he continues hurting Doga without explanation, he risks becoming similar to the people who once hurt him. Doga must also learn that intention is not the only thing that matters. She may not have planned to destroy Yaman's confidence. She may have thought the situation was only a joke. However, the result was real. Growing as a person requires accepting that our action can cause pain even when we did not understand their power. A true apology is not simply saying I did not mean it. It is recognizing what the other person experienced and taking responsibility for it. As Yaman and Doga spend more time together, their argument becomes mixed with attraction. They continue to fight, but the feeling behind their world changes. Anger began to carry jealousy. Challenges become excuse to remain close. They look at each other for longer than necessary and then quickly turn away. Small movements, smart revealing what their larger statement denied. This series allows the romance to develop through tension rather than immediate confession. This type of relationship is expected because viewer can see the trust before the character accepts it. When Yaman becomes protected, it explains as responsibility. When Doga becomes jealous, she calls it irritations. When one of them looks hurt by the other behavior, they pretend the pain comes from pride. Their feelings are visible in what they avoid saying. The silence becomes then often speak more honestly than their argument. Doga's playful nature becomes especially important as she began testing Yaman. She wants to know whether he truly feels nothing for her. Instead of asking directly, she creates situations that push him emotionally. She may come closer, challenge his control, or then interested in someone else. This is game are risky because Doga are also testing himself. She believes she can remain in control, but every some game has deeper into the connection. Yaman understands some of what Doga is doing when that does not make him safe from it. He tries to protect himself by reminding Claude. His self-control becomes a wall. Yet Doga keeps finding small openings. She makes him laugh when he does not want to laugh. She makes him angry because her opinion matters. She makes him jealousy because the thought of her choosing another man becomes unbearable. Yemen can control a business meeting more easily than he can control his reaction to Doga. The idea of a false or playful romantic game because dangerous but emotional do not follow rule. Two people may agree to pretend, complete or prove a point, but the heart cannot always separate performance from trust. A look cared for long can become real. A touch made as part of a game can awaken a feeling that cannot be hidden again. This is exactly the danger around Yaman and Doga. They begin to try to defect each other, yet every move brings them closer. Their growing closeness also creates fear. Doga is frightened because Yaman has the power to hurt her emotionally. She is used to being the person who leaves first or makes the final decision. With Yaman, she cannot be sure of her position. He carries a secret anger she does not understand, but his behavior can change from protective to distance without warning. Loving him will mean trusting someone who has not fully opened his heart. Yaman is written for a different reason. Falling in love with Doga feels like betrayal. The young man he once was. He has spent years believing that she represents his pain. If he forgives him, he may feel that his saying the relation did not matter. If he loves her, he may believe he has lost the battle. They give direction to his life. He does not yet understand that forgiveness is not the same as denying the past. It can be a way of freeing himself from it. The relationship between revenge and love creates the main emotional conflict. Yaman wants Doga to experience some of the helplessness he once felt. At the same time, he increasingly wants to protect her from pain. The sister cannot accept peacefully together forever. At same point, he will have to choose with her. He wants justice, punishment, honesty, or love. Until then, his mixed action will continue confusing Doga and hurting both of them. Doga senses that Yaman is hitting something. She understands people well enough to know that normal dislike does not carry it this much emotion. His anger has history behind it. His eyes sometimes show pain even when his words cool. He began looking for the reason. And this search began her closer to the trust. When she finally understands who Yaman was and what she did, she will also have to face an uncomfortable version of herself. The discovery can become one of the most important moments in this series. Doga's reaction will show how much she has grown. She could defend herself, say she was young, blame Vera, or claim that Yaman is too sensitive. This reaction will protect her pride but discover trust. The more difficult part will be admitting that she believes cruelty and expecting Yaman pain without making the situation about himself. Real change begins when a person stops searching for excuses. Yaman must also face the difference between announcement table and the revenge. He deserves to tell Doga the truth. He deserves an apology. He deserves recognition of what happened. However, he does not have to write the security, control her feeling, and punish her without giving her a chance to understand. If he love has a weapon, they may create a new one larger than the original one. This series becomes more powerful when it shows that victims can also make harmless choices if they allow game to guide every action. The beauty of this story comes from its emotional balance. Yaman is not wrong to feel hurt and Doga is not beyond forgiveness. Both must change. Yaman need to stop allowing an old moment to control his present. Doga need to become more awake of how her rebellions affect the way she treats people. The love can only become healthy if they grow beside honesty. Attraction is not enough. They must learn respect, responsibility, and trust. Their family business problem add another layer. Love is already difficult when two people carrying personal conflict, but it becomes more dangerous when money, property, and family power and revolve. Yaman returned is connected not only to Doga but also be word that once rejected him. Every business decision can appear personal. Every personal action can affect the company. This makes it difficult for others to know whether Yaman is acting as a professional man and someone asking rewind. Lucy has reason to be careful about Yaman. A father who sends Doga near a daughter will naturally become protected. Yet Lucy may not fully understand the emotional history between them. He sees Yaman's presence as chance but not the emulation that created it. For his point of view, Yaman may see like an outsider entering the family life with unclear intention. This can lead him to make decisions that increase the conflict. Doga is between her father and Yaman. She loves her family but she does not want Lucy to control every part of her life. She is drawn to Yaman but she cannot completely trust him. His position forces her to grow. She can no longer remain a careless daughter who treat every problem as a game. She must decide where she believes, whom she trusts, and what kind of woman she wanted to become. The natural setting of the Erla gives this struggle a special feeling. In a larger city, the character could easily disappear into ground and busy state. In Arla, the open land and quiet place forces them to face each other. The sea becomes part of their story. The warm air, green field, and small community make every relationship feel closer. Secrets are harder to hide when everyone's life is connected. Nature also affects the central message. Humans begin make plan, build companions, protect their provide and create social level, but life does not always follow their human rule. A storm can change a day, an accident can connect it to enemies. A person from a poor background can become powerful, and rich woman can suddenly depend on the man she once dismissed. The title Law of Nature suggested that some focus are stronger than social position, love, fear, change, and consequence follow that their one direction. Yaman believes he can control the situation because he has prepared for his return. He has thought about the past for years. Doga, however, is sometimes he could never fully prepare for. The real woman is more complicated than the memory inside his mind. She can surprise him, challenges him, and awaken feelings that do not fit his plan. Nature's first rule for Yaman may be that the real heart refuses to follow revenge. Doga believes she can control Yaman by turning their conflict into a game. She is used to reading people and fighting their weak point, yet Yaman deepens wounded is connected directly to her, which means she is entering daughter emotional territory. She may discovering that his weakness is always becoming her one. Nature rule for Doga made that playing with another person's heart can weaken your heart. The attraction become more visible through physical closeness. A dangerous situation, a shared room, a moment of weakness, or an unexpected night can break the distance that they try to remain. When Doga and Yaman find themselves walking close to each other, this situation is not only romantic, it also creates panic because the boundaries between hatred performance and deserve has become unclear. Neither can easily return to the earlier stage of simply argument. Yaman may respond by becoming colder. This is a person defect for someone who feels too much. Instead of moving toward Doga, he steps back because closeness returns the control. Doga may respond are becoming more playful for more anger. She does not want to admit that he is distance hurt her, so she attracts this behavior. This attract a circle. Closeness bring fear, fear bring distance, and distance bring another conflict that secretly pull them closely again. Jealousy become another important sign when Doga give attention to someone else. Yaman Camp expression began to fail. He may see that her choices do not matter to him, but his eyes and action tell another story. Doga noticed this and may use it to test him. That jealousy is not proof of healthy love by itself. It can reveal attachment, but it can also create controlling behavior. Yaman must learn the difference between caring for Doga and believing he has the right to decide for her. Doga also becomes jealous when another woman enters Yaman's space or understands him in a way she cannot. Her reaction shows that she wants a special place in his life. However, she may not yet be ready to offer him the honesty she expected in return. Both characters demanded emotional trust while hiding their own feelings. Their contradiction keep their relationship unstable. The supporting character often act as mirrors. Some can see that Yaman is loving in love even when he denies it. Others notice that Doga speaks about Yaman far more often than she could speak about a man she truly disliked. Friend may notices him, warn them, or accidentally create situations that bring their feeling into the open. Family may receive the relationship because they see danger, social difference, or hidden motive, where a position could become especially sensitive. When the past is revealed, she may fear that Yaman wants revenge against both women. She may also try to protect Doga, even though she helped create the original problem. Her choices could later support Doga growth or encourage her to avoid responsibility. A true friend should not only defect us, a true friend should not also tell him when we are wrong. Write romantic confession at later big moment, but she can still meaningful consequence. A kiss misunderstanding or become action can move through the group and affect more than one relationship. However, external danger may not allow them much time. Finally, conflict and business pressure can keep forces them together. This creates the classic situations where two people we do not trust each other must still cooperate. Working together can reveal with respect exists beneath the pain. Yama respects Doga more than he does. He sees her courage and determination. Doga respects Yaman intelligence and religion. Their arguments are intense because each other has a true opponent. That respect can become the foundation of partnership. The move from opponent to partner will make a major step. Instead of using knowledge against each other, they could combine their strengths against a shared problem. Yaman planning and Doga boldness will make them effective together. Their different social connection could also help them solve problems could handle alone. This partnership will challenge Lucy and others who believe the relationship is dangerous. It will show that Yaman is not only seeking destruction and that Doga is capable of making serious decisions. Still, trust will need to be proven over time. The series has already established enough emotional material from a long journey. The old interview, the issue, the revenge pain, the romantic game, the family conflict, and the growing jealousy are point toward major revelation. The main danger now is repetition. The story must allow the character to learn rather than returning to the same argument without process. A satisfying next step will revolve more than the past while increasing the present shake. Yaman need answer about Yaman plan Doga memory. They also need to see new clothes. Yaman should become more honest and Doga should become more responsible. The character around him can create new movement, but the emotional should answer remain clear. This is the story of two people who meet under unfair conditions and receive another change under reserved conditions. What this change define the meaning of this series? Yaman can see this new power to punish the woman who once had power over him. Or he can use it to demand trust and create a difficult future. Doga can use charm and privilege to avoid responsibility, or she accepts the painful trust and becomes someone worthy of human trust. Neither plan is easy. Revenge feels easier to Yaman because it protects him from vulnerability. Daniel feels easier to Doga because it protects her image of herself. Love asks about to give harm. This is protection. That is a real problem they fight so strongly. They are not only fighting each other. Yaman is fighting the frightened young man inside him. Doga is fighting the possibility that she is not always the good person she believes herself to be. Their relationship brings their hidden conflict into the open. The most emotional scene may come when they stop blaming each other long enough to admit that no confession successful. Even remain the shame of the interview. Doga may confess that she is afraid no apologize can change one he think of her. Self-honest will change the relationship more than any kiss. Physical closeness confirm attraction. Emotionally honesty create intimacy. This series has shown the first. The coming episode need to build the second. A mature love story does not require the character to forget the past. Someone should remember what happened and Doga should carry the lesson. The goal is not forgetting. It is remembering without allowing the memory to control every future choices. Doga can become part of human healing, but she cannot the wound. Human can become part of Doga growth, but he cannot punish her into becoming matter. Change must be fostered fearfully. This destruction will determine with her. Their relationship become romantic or distractive. Intense attraction can exist in both kind of relationship. The difference is respect. Do they allow each other to make choices? Do they tell the truth? Do they apologize without excuse? Do they stop when their game case real pain? The latest event suggested that they are approaching the decision. Their feelings are becoming impossible to hide, while the secrets are becoming impossible to maintain. These two forces are moving toward each other. When they meet, the result could be a confession, a breakup, or bout. A breakup after a confession could not be surprising. Doga may learn that Yaman loved her but still feel unable to trust him. Yaman may receive her apologies but still need time to release his anger. Love does not automatically solve damage. Someone people may heal separately before they can build something together. If the bitter chooses this part, the separation could create real development. Yaman should not become colder. And Doga should not return to shallow game. They should use the distance to change. Otherwise, the same conflict will repeat without meaning. The same rating and early attention give the serious pair to deepen this theme. Viewer appear interesting not only in their attractive lead but also in the emotional mystery between them. The mix of summer romance and revenge drama offer mid direction for future episodes. This show can also explore how public success differs from private paces. Yaman appears successful but he remains controlled by an old emulation. Doga appeared and she pressure from family and uncertainly in love. Both have think other may early, yet neither feel completely free. Their connection offers freedom and danger at the same time. Yaman feel alive around Doga because she breaks his control routine. Doga feels it around Yaman because he refuses to be impressed by her public image. Yet this same connection exposes their greatest weakness. This is why they cannot easily leave each other. Each person carries something the other needs. Doga brings Yaman back toward emotion. Yaman pushing Doga towards self-awareness. The question is whether they are continue changing without destroying each other. Passions alone will keep bringing them together, but only responsibility can keep them safe. Their future depends on earning this difference. For now, Yaman remained between the satisfaction of revenge and the fear of losing Doga. Every step toward punishment now risks hurting the woman he is beginning to love. Every step toward love risks reopening the humiliations he has protected for air. Doga remained between curiosity, attraction, and suspicion. She wanted Yaman close, but she sensed that he had not given her the full trust. She wants to trust her feeling and this changing behavior make trust difficult. She also have no yet faced the full trust about her one past. Lucy and the family stand around them like another forces of nature. Their fairer expectations and plan can redact the couple journey, yet no family can completely stop a connection that has already become emotionally powerful. Opposition may have only the attraction stronger. Still, rebellion is not the same as love. Doga should not choices Yaman only because her father opposes him. Yaman should not pressure Doga only because winning her feel like defected the earthly family. They must choices each other for reasons separate from pride and conflict. The moment they can explain this his reaction will show that the relationship has matured. Yaman may love Doga courage, warmth, energy and ability to bring him out of the darkness. Doga may love Yaman's strength, loyalty, intelligence, and hidden gentleness. This is quality exists beyond the one story. Finding them requires seeing each other as complete people. Doga is more than the cruel young woman from the interview. Yaman is more than the angry man who returned. Their words action matter, but they do not have to become permanent identities. This message gives this series emotional hope. People can change, but change requires trust. Wood can heal, but healing requires responsibility. Love can survive a painful beginning, but only when both people stop using the past as the weapons. As episode 7 approaching, viewers are waiting to see which law will control Yaman and Doga. Will it be law of the pride where neither person admit weakness? Will it be the law of the revenge, where pain creates more pain, or will it be the law of the nature suggested by the title, where two opposing forces slowly become part of the same world? The journey has only begun. Six episodes has established the bond, the reunion, the attraction, and the emotional game. The next chapter must reveal whether this species came from a relationship. Yaman entered Doga life again, believing he understood exactly what he wanted. He wanted recognition, power, and perhaps revenge. Instead, he found a woman who disturbed every plan. She made him feel anger, fear, desire, protectiveness, and hope. She became more dangerous to his heart than she has even been to be pride. Doga meets Yaman again without recognition, the shadow of her past. She believed he was simply another difficult man who she challenged. Instead, she found someone who refused to follow her rule. He made her question her judgment, her power, and her feeling. He became the one person she neither control nor ignore. This story reminds us that the past always leaves a mark, but it does not have to decide the ending. The interview, the humiliation, the accident brought connection, the revenge plan brought danger. The growing love may bring either healing or a deeper wound. Everything depends on what they close when the trust finally stands between them. Until that moment, every smile carries uncertainty, every argument hidden attentions, and every act of protection said that they were refused to admit. Yaman and Doga may continue claiming that they're enemies, but their heart has exactly entered a different story. That is the beginning of the law of nature, not simple a rich woman meeting a successful man, and not simply a wounded man returning for revenge. It is the story of two returning forbidden people, forced to look beyond appearance. Yaman wants Doga to see the man she failed to respect. Doga unknowingly asked Yaman to see the woman she was becoming rather than only the girl she once was. Whether they can do this will decide their future. For now, the sea remain around them, the family remain watchful, the secret remain dangerous, and the attraction continue growing. Nature has brought Yaman and Doga together for a long second. It was placed love beside anger and hope beside revenge. Now they must decide whether to fight the connection or allow it to transform them. As the next episode moves closer, one trust is becoming clear. Yaman may have returning to teach Doga lesson, but she is changing him just as deeply. Doga may have entered the conflict expected another entertaining challenge, but Yaman is forcing her to face the consequence who she was. Neither person will leave the story unchanged. The old Yaman wanted one opportunity from the earthly family. The present Yaman has enough power to create his one opportunity, but he still wants something from Doga that money cannot provide. He wanted her to understand. He wanted the younger version of himself to be seen at last. Doga does not yet know important that understanding will become when she finally learns the trustful. She may lose the man she was only begun just to recognize. Her greatest challenge will not be winning another argument. It will be proving that she can listen without defecting herself. Yaman's greatest challenge will not be defected their earthly family. It will be decided whether she can trust the person who once made him feel weightless. These challenges are more difficult than any business competition because there is no clear winner. If Yaman destroyed Doga emotionally, he also destroyed the family future he secretly wants. If Doga refuses responsibility, she loses it chain to person the Yaman. Yaman is beginning to see inside her for their love to survive. Bout must show something. Yaman must show his attachment to rewind. Doga must show the belief that charm can protect her from consequence. What they mean gain is far more valuable. Our relationship based not as a power, appearance, or social positions, but on real understanding. The possibility is what keeps the story loving, moving. Love of the nature began in a painful judgment based on appearance. It continued with another kind of judgment based on memory. Doga once looked at Yaman and decided he was without knowing him. Yaman here look at Doga and is making the same mistake. The future depends on whether they can stop judging and see starting. Nature has already changed the balance between them. The powerless young man has become strong. The protected young woman has faced danger. The danger has become a issue. The enemy has become a source of comfort. The revenge target has become a possible love. The next stand may be the more difficult of all, turning pain into forgiveness without pretending the pain never existed. That is where the first section ends. Yaman and Doga standing at the edge of the trust. Neither can avoid forever. Their hearts are moving closer. While their cigarette prepared to pull them apart, the calm beauty around him hiding an approaching emotional storm, and when that storm finally arrives, it will test every feeling, every promise, and every hidden intention between them. The story of the Yaman and Doga now enter a far more dangerous state. Their first meeting were filled with argument, challenge, and hidden attractions, but the trust standing between them has finally starting to rise to the surface. Doga is no longer dealing with the mysterious man who seemed to hate her for no reason clear. She has learned that Yaman's anger did not begin during their recent disagreement. It begins a year earlier, no one of the worst day of his life, a moment she barely remembered become a wounded he carried for a year. That discovery changes everything because Doga must now look at Yaman, the past, and herself in a completely different way. Until this point, Doga believed Yaman's attitude was simply part of his difficult personality. She thought he enjoyed challenging her because he was stubborn, proud, and unwilling to accept everyone else's authority. She often treated their conflict like an entertainment competition. If he pushed her, she pushed harder. If he spoke coldly, she answered without confidence. She believed she could eventually break his serious expression and force him to admit that he was attracted to her. However, the trust removed the safety from that game. Human behavior is not only hidden behind anger. It comes from humiliation, disappointment, and a painful memory connected, destroyed directly to her. Doga's first reaction could easily have been anger. She could have accused Yaman of feeding the trust. She could have said that he was being unfair by judging her for something that happening long ago. She could have protected herself by claiming that he had been young, careful, or influenced by Vida. Instead, she tried to understand his feelings. The decision became one of the careless signs that Doga is changing. The woman who once judged Yaman without asking what he was happened now attempts to imagine the situation through his eyes. For the first time, she does not make the conflict only about her one plan. Empathy does not mean that Doga suddenly accepts everything Yaman has done. She has understand his wound while still questioning his choices. Yaman had many answers to tell her the truth, but he decided to keep it hidden. He allowed her to remain confused. While he used his knowledge to control their emotional struggle, his pain was real, but the way he responded to the pain created new damage. Doga must now separate two difficult ideas. She needs to accept responsibility for the past, but she must also decide whether Yaman's secret bonds can be broken. Neither side is completely innocent anymore. When Doga thinks about the young man she met a year ago, the memory feels different at the same time. She sees only dirty clothes, nervous voice, and uncomfortable appearance. She did not see the effect behind his approval. She did not know he had appeared for an important interview or that an unexpected problem had destroyed his appearance. More importantly, she did not understand how much the opportunity mean to him. Now that man standing in front of her, his future partly from the pain of the day. Every success Yaman achieves carries a silent answer to be people who dismiss him. This knowledge produces shame. But Doga is not someone who remains quiet for long. Her personality pushes her toward action. She cannot return to the past and stop herself from laughing. She cannot give Yaman back the opportunity to her loss. She also cannot force him to forgive her. When she can do is changing the way she treats him in the present instead of continue their ending battle. She began looking for a new way to reach him. She wanted to show that she understands his anger even she cannot completely remind it cases. Yaman noticed the change in Doga but he does not know how to receive it. For years he imagined that learning the trust shock her. He may have expected Daniel embarrassment or fear. He believed that the revelation would give him satisfaction because she would finally understood why he returned with such a heart. One Yaman Doga responds with empathy rather than clarity. Yaman loses part of the story he has repeated to himself, become harder to treat her as the same careless woman he remembered. Revenge depends on distance. A person seeking revenge often reduces the target to one painful act. Yaman keeps the simple picture of Doga in his mind. She was the prevalent woman who laughed at him, who was very weak. This picture helped him remain angry. It gave him a clear enemy and a reason to prove himself that real Doga is far more complicated. She can be proud and careless, but she can also be brave, warm, funny, and willing to admit a mistake. Every new quality Yaman see make his revenge more difficult to continue. The situations at the farm places about character under new pressure. Doga received control of the farm for 3 days, giving her a chance to prove that she is not that she is the protected daughter of a rich businessman. She wants to show that she can lead, make decisions, and bring new energy to the property. For Doga, this is not only a personal challenge. It is a personal. Yaman has often trusted her idea as childish and real. Running the farm gives her an opportunity to answer him with respect instead of clever words. The temporary transfer of power changing their usual balance. Yaman is used to controlling the work around him. He trusted his own knowledge and believed that discipline is necessary for the farm to survive. Doga entered management with a different style. She is creative, bold, and prepared to take risks. She sees opportunity where Yaman sees daughter. Their conflict is therefore not simply about which person is more intelligent. It is about knowing two-person different way of understanding responsibility. Yaman believes a leader must protect when already work. He has learned through hardship that one careful decision can destroy air of effect. His experience has made him cautious. Doga believes a leader must recognize new possibilities. She has grown up about business discussion, modern idea and people who are willing to spend money to create something larger. Her experience has made her ambitions worldview contain value, but their pride provide from listening to each other calmly. Doga Beach plan becomes the clear example of the difference. She looked at the coast and sea as opportunity. In her mind, the area could attract visitors, create income, and give the farm a modern identifier. They imagine a place filled with life, comfort, music, and business. The plan seemed neat practical for her point of view. If the farm need money and intentions, why should it ignore an attractive part of the land? She believed process required action. The people of the town see the same code differently. To them, the beach is not an empty business space waiting to be developed. It is connected to many nations, community, and the local value. Family may have visited it for years. Fishermen may understand its water better than any investor. Older sisters may see it as a part of their shared identifier. Yaman Dogam plan may promise money, but it also brings the fear that something familiar will be changed forever. This agreement teaches Doga a lesson that cannot be learned from a business book. A good idea on paper may still fail if it ignores the people affected by it. Development is not only a question for profit, it is also a question of trust. Doga may have the legal or temporary authority to make mistakes, But leadership requires more than permission. She must listen to the community, understand its fear, and explain why her plan will help rather than harm them. Yaman understands the town relation because he is closer to the way of life. He knows that people do not measure every decision through money. He also knows that Doga confident manners can make others feel that their concerns are being dismissed. Part of him may enjoy watching her struggle because she has often acted as it every charm. Yet another part of him wants to help. The inner conflict show how deeply his feelings have changed. If Yaman helped Doga openly, he is weakening the lesson he believes she needs. If he refuses to help, he may allow her to fail even when he knows how to problem could be solved. His choices become a test of his attention. Does he truly want Doga to grow or does he only want to see her defected? There is a great difference between teaching someone and humiliating them. Yaman once suffered because other close humiliation. He must be careful not to repeat the same cruelty. Doga does not want to ask Yaman for help. Doing so will feel like admitting that she was right. Her pride tells her to manage the crisis alone, but her new understanding of his past, changing the way she apologized him, she began to see that Yaman cautions is not simply a distrust to control her, it comes for years of struggle to protect everything he has built. This does not make his behavior perfect, but he giving her meaning. Can finally hear the fear hidden inside his criticisms. At the same time, Yaman began to recognize the Doga confidence is not always empathy. He may move too quickly, but she is not afraid to take responsibility when a plan becomes difficult. She remains at the farm instead of turning back to her father. She faces criticism, tries to defect her idea, and searching for another part. Yaman may not agree with her matter, but he cannot deny her respect. Respect quietly grows beneath their argument. The 3-day management challenges also create more smaller movement between them. They are forced to remain close, discuss problems, and observe each other under pressure. Romantic attraction become harder to hide when people work side by side. Yaman notice how Doga treat worker when she is not trying to impress anyone. Doga notice the way Yaman remember every tale to the farm and understand the need of the people around him. Their professional conflict become another form of intimacy. This is our moment when Doga forgets the one story and simply see Yaman as the man she care about. A tired expression, an injured heart, or a silent act of kindness can affect her more than his strongest words. She may want to apologize directly, but she wants that a quick apology cannot carry the full weight of what happened. She also feared that Yaman will reject it. The woman who usually speaks without hesitation now struggled to find the correct word. Yaman watching her struggle and feel an uncomfortable satisfaction mixed with guilt. Part of him wanted Doga to experience the uncertainty he once felt. He wanted her to understand what it is like to stand before someone whose judgment can change your face's future. Yet he no longer enjoying her pain in the way she imagined. Her sadness reaching him every time she looked at him with regret. The victory tasted less satisfying. This is a moment when revenge began losing its power. Yaman has already achieved when he once wanted. Donga now when who is. She sees his success. She understands that she judged him wrongly. She is affected by him and cares about his opinion. Still, Yaman did not feel free. The past remained inside him. Become revenge cannot give back the dignity he believed he lost. Only self-acceptance and honest conversation can bring the process. Doga decision to approach Yaman with empathy does not immediately create speed. In fact, it made him more defensive. Anger gave him a clear position, but kindness confused him. If Doga remained close, Yaman could continue hating her without doubt. Her attempt to understand him forces him to examine his own behavior. He must ask whether he still protected himself or simply punishing her because he does not know how to stop. Their conversations now carrying a different energy. Earlier they fought to win, now every argument is connected to something deeper. When Doga asked why Yaman did not tell her the truth, she is only asking whether any part of their closeness was real. When Yaman accusing her of forgetting that she hid, he is always revealing how separately he wanted to be remembered. Neither person speak only about the past, they are discussing the possibility of a future without admit it. Doga may explain that the event meant little to her because she did not understand it important, not because Yaman was unimportant as a human being. However, this explanation can sound painful. Being forgotten may hurt Yaman almost so much as the original result. He cried her memory for air while she continued her life without thinking about him. The difference show how unequal the event was. One person experienced a passing joke, the other experienced a turning point. Yaman may eventually understand that Doga's failure to remember was not another planned attack. It was a part of her earlier lack of awareness. She lived in a protected world where a rejection applicant could be disappear from her mind because she did not see the struggle behind him. Her ignorance was harmless. But it was not a lifelong plan to destroy him. Recognizing its different idea does not responsibility. It allows the wound to be understood more accurately. Doga always needed to recognize that saying she did not remember cannot reduce the pain. She may feel tempted to prove that she was not truly cruel, only careless, yet carelessness from a powerful person can damage someone as deeply as the direct cruelty. Her growth depending on resistance the need to protect her image. She always now human to describe his experience. Without correcting the way he felt, the farm crisis gave her a chance to demonstrate this change through action. When the town objects to her beach plan, she faces a situation similar to the old interview from the opposite. She now holds authority and people with less power are asking her to listen. The earlier Doga might have dismissed them as old-fashioned. The changing Doga must stop, ask answer questions, and look beyond her first judgment. Life is giving her a chance to apply the lesson Yaman's story has taught it. If she listened, the project could changing him something better. Instead of creating a modern business, then remove local character. She cloud include the company in the plan. The beach might support local worker, protect traditional uses, and welcome visitors without becoming a private space for wealthy guests. Doga gravity and the town only do not have to destroy each other. A stronger leader will combine them. Yaman could help her find this middle bed. He understands local value while Doga understands how to create attention and income. Their skills are different but useful together. If they stop trying to improve with one person is superior. They could between a powerful team. The farm would then represent more than another location. It will become the place where the relationship move from competition to a partnership. Working together would also changing Yaman revenge. Cooperation requires trust. He cannot secretly hope for Doga failure while standing beside her as a partner. He must choices with her. He wants the farm to succeed more than he wants to win their personal battle. Dogamar decided whether she can accept his guidance without seeing it as an attack on her independence. The people around them observe these changing connections. Workers may notice that the argument no longer larger, completely hostile. Family members can see that Yaman look at Doga differently when he believes no one is watching. Friends understand that Doga speak about Yaman wait far too much emotions for him to be only be enemy. The couple may continue denying their feelings, but their behavior tells a cleaner story. Vida is placed in a difficult position because she carries responsibility for the original humiliation. She was beside Doga when Yaman was look and moved. Learning that he has returned with a plan for revenge may frighten her. She may wonder whether his anger is directly only at Doga or at both of them. She may also growing that Doga growing feeling will leave her to be a man who entered their life carrying resistance. As Doga friend, Vera want to protect her, but protection can take different forms. She could encourage Doga to avoid Yaman and treat him as dangerous. She could defend their past action and claim that he has made a small event too important. That response will repeat the original mistake by refusing to respect his plan. A battle plan response would be supported Doga while also accepting that they both behave badly. Vera growing closeness with Brock add another emotional complications. Brock may appear more relaxed and powerful than Yaman, but he is not without his own feeling and fear. His connection with Vera can begin with testing curiosity and intentional closeness. Over time, each may discover that the other is more thoughtful than expected. Their story provided a softer reflection of the main romance, but it can still face problems involving loyalty and trust. Vera may hesitate because becoming close to Brock connected her more deeply to Yaman world. She cannot easily separate romance from the conflict surrounding Doga. Brock may feel that she judged him through his relationship rather than seeing him as an individual. Like Yaman and Doga, they could fall into the trap of allowing family and friendship to speak louder than personal growth. Brock behavior can also reveal another side of Yaman. He may understand Yaman's pain but disagree with the revenge plan because he cares for him. Brock can say things that others are afraid to say. Brock behavior can also reveal another side of Yaman. He may understand Yaman's pain but disagree with the revenge plan because he cares for him. Brock can say things that others are afraid to say. He might remind Yaman that Doga is no longer the careless young woman from the interview. He might warn him that using her feeling will create consequences that cannot be controlled. With her, Yaman listen is another matter. People seeking revenge rarely welcome honest advice. Yaman may believe Brock does not understand because he did not experience the humiliation. He could accuse him of taking Doga's side or allowing Vera to influence him. Such a reaction will show that Yaman has connected his identity to closer to the wound. Anyone questioning the revenge appears to be questioning his right to feel pain. A loyal friend does not deny pain but also does not encourage destruction. Blood's most useful rule will be helping Yaman separate justice from punishment. Justice involves Doga learning the trust, accepting responsibility and changing her behavior. Punishment involved making her fall in love and that deliberately breaking her heart. One part could create healing, the other may also produce another injured person. Mert hidden plan for the farm and introduced a more practical threat while Yaman and Dogar focus on their emotional conflict. Someone else is looking at the property as an opportunity. Mert interest may involve profit, control, or a larger plan than the family does not yet understand. His actions show that personal argument can deflect people from danger growing around them. The lad is important to every character for a different reason. For Yaman, it represents work, identity, and the life he built after being rejected. For Doga, it becomes a place where she can prove her ability. For the town people, it is connected to their community. For Mud, it may be as an exit that can be used, divided, or sold. This is different meaning create conflict far beyond romance. Mud plan could become the challenge that finally forces Yaman and Doga to cooperate. If the farm is placed in real danger, neither can affect to continue their private war. Yaman understands the property practical need, but Doga may have to access to business information. Family authority or legal support together they could discover that Mart is doing a part they may remain too distracted to stop her. This deed also raises questions about trust within the larger family. A person planning often depend on visible might benefit when Yaman and Doga are fighting, when relatives do not cooperate, and when ownership is unclear. Every misunderstanding creates another opening for him. The character may believe their emotional secrets are private, but this is secret weaken the intergroup. Nasrin's attempt to say sufficient shares make the ownership problem even more dangerous. Shares are not only numbers on a document, they represent influence over the firm's future. If they are sold to the wrong person, the balance of power could change quickly. Nisrin may believe she is protecting her one interest or solving her financial problems, but her decision could have consequences for everyone. Her choices also raise a moral question. Does Safid know what she is planning? Does she believe she has the right to decide because he cannot manage the situation himself? Family members often justify secret action by claiming they are doing what is necessary. However, security useful created mistake, especially when property and money are involved. Even a decision made with good intention can become betrayal if it removes another person's voices. Yaman is likely to react strongly when he discovers any plan that threatens the farm. He sees himself as its protector. His anger may be useful if it pushes him to act, but it could also make him ignore important details. Dogama's flexible thinking might help him understand why nesting is failing and whether another solution exists. Once again, their difference could become an advantage if they stop competing. The farm ownership struggle mirrors the emotional story. Everyone wants control, but no one is communicating honesty. Yaman tried to control Doga's understanding of the past. Doga tried to control the management challenge. Mercy control of the land Eastern Act around the Shia. Lucy attempt to control his family's safety. Each character behave control will prevent pain, yet their secret decision create greater instability. Lucy unfinished relationship with Varian offer another view of love, triggered and time. Unlike Yaman and Doga, their connection carries the weight of many years. They are not discovering attraction for the first time. They are facing feelings they were never fully resolved. The return of their promised romance struggle that the part did not appear simply because people continue living. Lucy may appear confident as a father and businessman, but parents can remind him of the person he was before responsibility shaped his life around her. He cannot hide completely behind authority. She now her weakness, old hope, and perhaps the clothes he regret. Their conversations may carry honor, but there is also sadness in realizing how much time has passed. Parents has over one reason for cautions, and old love can feel comforting because it is a familiar, yet returning it to may open wounded. She must are with her. Lucy truly want a new beginning or only mix the past. Nostalgia is not the same as commitment. People sometimes remember the happiness and forget the reason a relationship failed. This story can teach Yaman and Doga something vulnerable. Love delay be pride may remain alive, but time create consequence. If Yaman and Doga continue hiding behind revenge and game, they could lose years before admitting when they made to each other. Lucy and Varian represent a possible future in which feelings survive that opportunity disappear. At the same time, the older couple can show the second change are possible. A failed beginning does not require a tragic ending. People can return with greater understanding, but only if they have changed. Lucy must be more honest than he was before. Varian must protect herself without refusing every possibility. Their relationship needs courage of a quieter kind. Doga may watch her father struggle with overfeeling and realize that price is not limited to young people. Lucy may give advice about Yaman while failing to follow the same advice his one life. The great natural honor, but may also explore the may family repeat emotional patterns. Children often learn silence, control, and fear from parents who believing they are protected them. Lucy concerned about Yaman remain understable. Through this point of view, Yaman has entered Doga life with hidden anger and unclear intention. A father who discovered that a man may be using his daughter for revenge will naturally react. However, Lucy's response could make the situation if he refuses to listen to Doga. Protection become control when it remains the other person right too close. Doga's relationship with her father will be tested as the trust speed. She may be hurt by Yaman, but she may still refuse to let Lucy decide it. What should happen next? She needs space to understand her one feeling. If her father attacks Yaman immediately, Doga may feel forced to defect a man she is still angry with. Family pressure can turn a private emotional problem into a larger battle. Yaman's decision to share a secret with Mer introduced one of the most dangerous moves in the story. Merc is described as Doga's greatest enemy, which means any information giving in to him can become a weapon. Yaman may believe he is using Merc a part of his revenge. But people who enjoy conflict are really easy to control. When a secret leaves his mouth, he cannot decide how it will be used. The nature of the secret matter, but human intention matter even more. If he give more information because he wanted to impress Doga, he crosses a serious line. Their conflict will no longer larger away between two people trying to understand an old wound. He wounded by invitations and enemy be damned. Doga publicity that choices can destroy any trust he has begun to place in him. Yaman may tell himself that Doga deserved to experience simulation. In his mind, he could create balance. She once made him feel small in front of others, so he wants her to feel the same. Yet revenge would end equality. The pain is just it. Doga's suffering will not remove Yaman's memory. It will simply create two humiliation instead of one. Mark may recognize Yaman's emotional weakness before he does. She can see that his anger toward Doga is mixed with attention. If she is clever, she will understand that hurting Doga also gives her influence over Yaman. She could use the secret in a way that does beyond this pain, then force her to choose between retracting Doga and continuing revenge. This world reveals the trust of the feeling. Yaman can speak about punishments while the danger remains Merc act. He may believe that the discover that he cannot watch Doga suffer. He might step forward to stop the damage. Even if doing so exposes his one rule, such a movement would be painful but unnecessary. Yaman need to see the real result of treating another person's heart as a part of the plan. Doga's reaction will be powerful. Learning that Yaman cried anger from the past is one thing. Discovering that he shared a private secret with her enemies will be another. She might understand his original pain, but his new betrayal belonged completely to the present. Yaman could no longer defect. He had the behavior of a wounded young man. He would have made the choices as an adult to understand the consequence. Her empathy has limit and it should. Doga does not need to accept emotional clarity to prove that she has changed. She can apologize for the past while demanding respect now. This balance is dimensional. A person who feels guilty can become to manipulation before they believe they deserve every punishment. Doga must not confuse responsibility with surrounded her dignity. If Yaman expects forgiveness while refusing to offer it, Doga should challenge him. He cannot demand that she understand or fear of anger while ignoring the pain he created today. He cannot ask her to see the frightened applicant inciting him while refusing to see the woman she has become. Their relationship requires equal humiliations. The episode 7 confrontation suggested by the new promotion. Doga may demand to know with her their private movement were part of the revenge. She may ask with her Yaman even care about her or only wanted to make her weak. Yaman may answer defensively saying that she has no longer right to speak about pain after what she did. Their words could quickly become sharper than either intent. Beneath Doga's anger were be fear. She had allowed Yaman closer than she expected. She began trusting the concern he showed during danger and the softer movement hidden between the argument. If this is movement were plain, she will feel foolish as well as betrayal. The humiliation Yaman wanted may arrive, but seeing it on Doga's face could break something inside him. Beneath Yaman's anger will also be fear. He may know that some part of his connection with Doga become real when admitting it becomes surrounded control. If he says he loves her, she may reject him. If he remains silent, he may lose her anymore. Revenge once protected him from uncertainty. Now it has created the exact situation he feared. Doga holds the power to hurt him again. The strongest version of the confrontation will avoid making either character completely correct. Doga should accept that her past shaped human choices. But she should not accept that is excusing every choice. Yaman should explain his own honesty, but he might always admit when he once become more completely that fairness, their pain can exist together without one cancelling the other. A simple apologize will not solve the problem immediately. Trust damage over time must be rebuilt over time. Doga may need distance after learning the trust. Yaman may need to accept that she had to right to leave. If he trusts care for him, he cannot damage immediately forgiveness. This could become Yaman's first real act of love. Recusing Doga from physical danger was instinctively and brave, but letting her walk away could require emotional courage. He would have to stop controlling the outcome. He would need to say the trust, apologize, and accept uncertainly. For a man who built his life around never feeling powerless again, but this extreme difficult Doga first real act of love, she may be listening before she leaves. She has every right to feel angry. But understanding Yaman does not being meaningless because he made harmless choices. She may revenge that wounded person behind the revenge while still refusing the revenge itself. This emotional maturity shows how far she has moved from the woman who once laughed without listening. Their separation, should it happen, will affect the interior farm. Personal relationship and practical performance are already connected. Without Doga and Yaman working together, my plan move forward. Nisrin shares sale may create a new owner. Mark may continue spreading information. The town conflict over the beach may grow. Emotional division could place the property in danger. The external pressure may force the couple may contact everyone because they are ready. They might need to attend the same meeting, defend the same land, or solve the cases involving workers. Such cooperation could be uncomfortable, but it could reward with her respect remain after trust is damaged. They may speak coldly in public while silently protected each other. Doga could surprise Yamban by defecting the farm transitional value. After learning from the community instead of forcing her original beach plan, she may present her idea built around local needs. This won't prove that her empathy is not limited to Yaman. She is beginning to listen more broadly. Yaman will see change through her behavior rather than this is promise. Yaman once surprised Doga by spotting her plan. Once it become more balanced, earlier he maybe have rejected the idea partly because it come from her. Spotting the reverse plan showed that he can separate pride from judgment. Their professional partnership could begin healing, but their romantic game damaged. Work provider clear action. They can judge each other reliability and the honesty and the effort. Yaman can show that he will no longer secretly weaken Doga. Doga can show that she will not dismiss the experience of people around her. Small successes can create a new foundation. Spira and Brock may also become important during this period. They could carry message, create accidental meeting, or encourage both sides to stop behavior, stop bonding. Yet the best help would not be forces a romantic union. It would be reminding each person what they need to take responsibility for. Friends who report growth not simply push to attractive people back together. Vera may need to apologize directly to Yaman as well. Has rule in the interview cannot hidden behind Doga responsibility. If she joined the laughter, she helped create the humiliation at honest apology from Fira can reduce Yaman belief that everyone connected to Doga's ability. It might also strengthen her relationship with Brock by showing that she can face an uncomfortable trust. The older generation also has a role in breaking the cycle. Lucy may intentionally respond with anger when he learned what happened, but it should examine the environment that allowed Doga to behave that way. She grew up inside a powerful family and company where young employee treated as less important. Did family well teach her the people will always forgive her? Parents are not responsible for every adult choices, but family culture shape behavior. Lucy may feel guilty that human life was affected by even connected to earthly holding. He could attempt to repair the situation through money or a business offer. Yaman would likely reject this because his world has never only financial. He did not simply lose a salary. He felt that his human world has been dismissed. Money cannot provide the recognition he needs. A more meaningful response from Lucy will be listening. As a powerful business, he may be usable to hearing how his company appeared to someone outside the family. Yaman's story could force him to review how opportunities are given and how applicants are treated. The personal conflict might lead to a wider changing with the earthly world. Parian could help Lucy understand this. She may see emotional detail he makes. Her one unfinished history with him give her the courage to challenge his pride. She can remind him the protected Doga does not mean declaring war or Yaman. It means helping out young faces. The trust without turning the family against each other. The relationship between Lucy and Parian may also move forward as they help the younger couples. Seeing Yaman and Doga lose time through pride could make them question their one delay. They may realize that life does not provide endless changing. Their old love can either become a real friendship in a present to remain a comfortable memory. Their romance should not be treated only as comedy. It carries a serious message about regret. People often behave they will speak tomorrow, apologize later, or return when the situation becomes easier. Years can pass while they wait. Lucy and Perrier show that the feeling may survive. But the lost time never returns. Yaman is already in danger of repeating this mistake. He spent a year preparing to force Doga, but he never prepared to love her. Now that love has appeared, he continues delaying honesty because he is waiting for feel safe. Safely completely we never complete. Emotional trust always includes risk. Doga is always tempted to delay. She may decide that Yaman may speak first, apologize first, or prove his feeling becomes she admit her once. Some of these expectations are reasonable, especially after betrayal. Yet she must eventually separate healthy boundaries from bright silence from use and punishment can become another form of control. The title of the nature become more meaningful at this point. Nature does not remain still because people refuse to decisive season changes. Land shift, water move, and opportunity passes. Yaman and Doga may try to freeze their relationship at the safe distance, but life around them continues. Other people may plan property changes, hand and emotional growth. The farm itself reflects this movement. It cannot survive by remaining exactly as it was, but changing without care could destroy its identity. Yaman represents protection while Doga represents transformation. The farm needs both the relationship facing the same challenge. They must protect the trust for what happens while allowing themselves to become different people. Too much protection creates stagnation. Some refusal to release the past prevent emotional growth, just as refusing every new business idea could prevent the farm from surviving. Too much change without respecting creates destruction. Doga original beach plan risks incurring community value just as demanding quick forgiveness would ignore human pain. Balance is the answer in both cases. Smartland's scheme represents change driven only by personal advantage. He may say the farm has something to divide, control, or profit from. Without respecting his emotional value, this makes him in as a contract to Doga. She also brings modern idea, but she has the ability to learn and care. With her, she changes her plan will show that the difference between ambition and greed is in action around sufficient share may come from fear rather than greed. Financial insecurity can make people choices seek clarity because they believe open discussion will stop them. Understanding her motive will be important. Yaman may act as though every threat comes from an enemy, but family problems are really that simple. Nisrin may need help, protections, or recognition rather than punishment. Doga could be especially useful in this contract because she is less emotionally connected to the old family tension. She may see opinion Yaman misses. Her business background could help create another situation from the share. By protecting Sophie's right while addressing Nisrin's concerns, she should prove her value to the entire group. Such an action would also affect Yaman's personality. Her faces believe Doga used only for herself. Watching her use her knowledge to protect people challenges the belief. The strongest apologize is changing behavior, repeating constantly. Doga cannot raise the interview, but she can become someone who refuses to repeat the kind of injustice. Yaman growth must also appear through rejected choices. He may apologize from the secret share from Mark, but words are not enough. He must stop using private information as a weapon. He must defect Doga when others try to exploit the situation. Even if she has not forgive him, he must choose what is right without expecting a romantic reward. This is where love separation itself from possession. This is where love separates itself from possession. If Yaman love helped Doga only to win her back, her action remains another strategy. If he helped because her safety and dignity matter immediately or what she gives him. He began loving her honesty. Doga will likely see the difference. She has become sensitive to hidden motive. Mark may continue testing that difference. She could offer Yaman another changes to her Doga or threaten to reveal information unless to operate. Yaman answer will show with her Ivan still control him. Refusing Mar may create new danger, but it will also mark a clear turning point. Doga must witness his refusal without knowing that he is protected her. His wound create dramatic tension, but the trust will eventually reach her. Doga might witness his refusal without knowing that he is protected her. This will create dramatic tension, but the trust will eventually reach her. Secret sacrifice cannot be romantic for a short time, yet the relationship already suffered for too many hidden actions. Yaman need to learn that honesty is more valuable than appearing heroic in signs. This confrontation promise in the next stage may therefore lead to survival trust at one. Doga may learn what Yaman planned. Yaman may understand how deeply she is hurt. And the family may discover the connection between past and present. When this happens, the old game ends. They cannot return to playful revenge after everyone understands the stake. The end of the game does not mean the end of attraction. In fact, the feeling may become stronger because both can finally see that there is losing. However, attraction will no longer be enough to carry scene forward. This story will need emotional decision. Yaman must decide with her to ask forgiveness. Doga must decide it with her. She still believes in the man who saved her. She may separate Yaman into two versions. One is the one who protected her while beside her challenges her thinking and revealed unexpected kindness. The other is the man who entered her life with the enemy plan and give information to her enemy. Both versions are real. Loving someone does not require protecting their harmful choices. Never happen. It requires deciding with her this is choice defined. Yaman must perform the same difficult role. He said the young Doga who humiliated him and the present Doga who tried to understand him. He cannot either version. Forgiveness means believing that the second woman is capable of taking responsibility for the first. That belief requires evidence and courage. Their relationship may quite off the while the Lodis couple sometimes experience their deepest changing in silence. A glance across the farm, unfinished silence over a decision made for the other person can carry more meaning than another argument. Both may mix the energy they created together. Even while refusing to speak, Doga absence will affect human daily life. The farm might become calmer, but the climb feel empty. No one won't challenging his plan in the same way. No one bring unexpected laughter with another serious moment. He may discover that the irritation he complained about has become part of his happiness. Yaman distance will affect Doga as well. She may try to return to her old confident routine, but other people's attention will feel unimportant. Yaman's opinion matter, but it was difficult to earn. He say her weaknesses and they still show moment of care. Losing that connection will forces her to admit that the relationship had moved her beyond a game. Jealousy may appear again, but usually now he treated differently. Earlier, Doga could use another man to test Yaman, and Yaman could pretend not to care. After the trust, such games were seen childish and clear. Their growth required directness. If they feel jealousy, they must examine what it reveals instead of turning it into another weapon. A new romantic rivalry could state pressure, especially if that person after Doga that honesty Yaman failed to prevent. Yaman would like face the consequence of a delay. He cannot expect Doga to wait forever when he decided wanted to trust her. At the same time, Doga should not enter another relationship only to punish them. The one repeat the same circle. For Yaman, the greatest fear is no longer be seen as weak. It is being now fully has rejected anyway. Doga know how the success is young man behind his success and the vengeful man behind his attraction. If she walk away, he may believe that honesty has confirmed his fear, yet that is the sexy love accepted only hidden part of oneself is never secure. Doga faces a similar fear. Yaman now sees that careless young woman she was. She may worry that no amount of changing will better because he has already decided who she is. Her challenge is to grow for herself, not only to earn his approval. If her empathy depends entirely on winning Yaman, it will appear whenever he rejected her. This ground personal can make their eventual union stronger. Two people should not return, become loneliness, become uncomfortable. They should return because they understand what must be difficult. Yaman need to release that revenge plan completely. Dogan need to show that accountable has changing the way she uses power. Both need to speak without gaming. A sincere conversation might begin without romance. Doga could tell Yaman exactly what she remembered, what she regretted, and what she now understands. She could avoid demanding forgiveness. Yaman could explain how the event shaped him and admit that hurting her did not heal him. He could apologize without using his past as an excuse. Only after this exchange will a new relationship become possible. Their earlier attraction grieve inside mystery and conflict. The future love must grow inside knowledge. They need to choices each other. After seeing the trust not become the trust remain hidden. The farm could becoming the setting for their choices. It is where the ability clash, where the community tells Doga and where Yamad identify is stronger. Saying it together were assembly saying something larger than their romance. They will be proving that protection and progress can exist together. Mud and the shared problem may create the practical crisis then lead to this movement. When ownership is returned, Yamal could become reckless. Doga may be the person who stops him from making an emotional decision when legal or business pressure confuses Doga. Yaman may provide that local knowledge she needs. This cooperation will show that neither is weaker for needing the other. The sporting character will continue moving around them with their one goal. Brock and Vera may grow closer while fearing the effect of the main conflict. Lucy and Parian may consider their lost heir. Nisrin may hide future plans. Safi may discover decision made his in name. Mark may use the secret to create public damage. Every side story increases the pressure on Yaman and Doga to become honest. The strongest drama will become when these stories connected naturally. Lucy and Parian may remember lost their heirs. Nisrin may have future plans. Sapphire may discover decision made in his name. Mark may use the secret to create public damage. Every side story increases the pressure on Yaman and Doga to become honest. The strongest drama will come when these stories connected naturally. Merle could become involved in Merle plan. The sale of series could help someone gain control of the beach project. Vera might learn information that places her between Doga and Rock. Lucy passed with Perry and Knight influences his response to the farm crisis. The world of the series becomes richer when no problem remains isolated. Despite all this theory, the emotional center remains simple. Yaman wants to be understood. Idoga wants to know with her she was truly loved. Everything else grows without to need. He can receive understanding only by speaking honesty. She can receive an answer only if he stops using silence as control. Episode 7 promised confrontation secret. Then the story is ready to force this change. Time for light teaching is ending. Action now has visible consequence. Secrets are reaching the people they were murdered by heart. Doga may also discover that empty does not guarantee a peaceful result. She close to understand Yaman, but understanding can reveal uncomfortable trust. She may learn that his anger was deeper and his plan more serious than she imagined. Growth which does not always make life easier. Sometimes it gives a person the strength to face pain they previously avoided. Her response will define the next version of Doga. The old Doga might attack, humiliated, and uses her family power. The new Doga can remain angry while questioning honesty. She can comfort Yaman directly, refuse manipulation, and protect herself without becoming cruel. This will prove that she has learned the lesson at the heart of their story. Yaman's response will define him as well. The old-wounded Yaman may retreat behind pride and said that Doga deserves everything. The stronger Yaman can admit that his planned want to face success, confidence, and control are not enough to make him emotionally brave. Courage may now accepting guilt. They may not forgive each other immediately, and that is believable. Some wounded need time. This series should allow discomfort rather than toward a romantic scene. Viewer can support the couple while still accepting accountability. Their chemistry becomes more meaningful when union is earned. During that distance, Doga management of the farm can continue showing her development. She can solve the bid dispute by listening to the town. She can protect workers, examine the share issue, and question murder intention. Each responsible decision gives her an identity beyond human love interest. She became a capable woman. This is growth matter immediately. Yaman can also focus on the form without using word to avoid emotion. He can investigate the land, street, sports, effort, and the stop mark plan. Yet he must remain honest about why he is acting. If he tell himself that protected Doga is not only part of protecting the farm, he continue hiding at same point. He must name his feeling. A public crisis could forces that protections. Perhaps Mark expose the secret in form of the town or family. Doga may become the target of judgment just as Yaman once was. Her rule that face her powerful choices, he can remain silent and watch the humiliation the plain, or she can stand beside her and admit her one rule if he protect her publicity. He began reversing the old pattern. A year ago, Doga stood among people who laughed when Yaman was alone. In the present, Yaman can pursue to let her alone. This cannot clear the past, but it showed that he no longer wanted pain to repeat itself. Doga may still live after he defects. Her protection does not remove betrayal. However, she will now that his feeling become real. Human action will answer that question he struggled to express. He may have begun with revenge, but he is no longer want his final result. That realization can become the emotional heart of this section. Yaman does not lose revenge because Doga defect him. Revenge loses because love changing one victory mean at the beginning victory mean making Doga feel small. Later victory being safety herself respected and able to smile again. His goal has changed because he is ready to admit it. Doga's understanding of victory also changing. She once wanted to prove that she would control Yaman, win the farm challenges, and make every plan succeed through confidence. Now victory may mean doing the right thing even when she releases no prize. It may mean apologizing without receiving forgiveness and changing without knowing without Yaman will return. This is major growth for Bao character. Yaman learned that strength is not measured by another person's pain. Doga learned that leadership is not measured by how quickly others follow their love story, pushing them toward better definition of power. The beach conflict teaching that land carries memory, that revenge conflict teaches that people carry memory too. Development must respect what already exists, but memory cannot prevent every form of changing. Doga must protect the town connection to the coast while creating a future. Yaman must respect his past while allowing a new relationship to development. The farm future and their emotional future therefore follow the same law. Neither can survive through destruction but require careful information. All structure may need to change but their value must be understood first. New idea may offer hope, but they need trust. But the end of this stage, Yaman and Doga may not yet be together. In fact, they may appear future apart than before. That trust can create distance before it creates closeness. Yet the relationship will become more honest. The playful marks will fail, revealing to people who are feeling guilty, angry, and deep attacked. Yaman will no longer be able to claim that Doga mean nothing to him. His response to mark the farm crisis and Doga pain will expose the truth. Doga will no longer be able to trust him as another passing challenge. His betrayal hurt because his price in their heart has become real. Around them, every character will continue making choices. Mar will push his land blank plane. Nisrin will move around the sheer Brock and Vira will test their growing horde. Brock and Parian will face their finished story. Mark will look for weakness. The farm will stand at the center, holding everyone whole memories and conflict. The next chapter will decide it with her. This is separate, interact, create complete destruction or force and expected alien. Yaman and Doga have the strongest reason to distract each other. But they may also be the only two persons capable of protecting the farm together. Their enemies could accidentally create the partnership their pride refused to allow. When they stand on the farm, their strengths will become clear. Doga can fear people, create ideas, and more quickly, yet can examine it and protect the work from careless decisions. She brings light into his seriousness. He brings decision to her enemy. Their differences are not the problem. The problem is the way they have used this difference against each other. A sheer victory at the farm will not automatically repair their romance, but it will not create respect. Respect is the bring dialogue during the first meeting. Doga did not respect Yaman because she judged his appearance. Yaman later refused to Doga's ability to change. Building respect now answered the original wound more deeply than Yaman even called. Eventually, Yaman may understand that he did not need suffer too. He did her to see him. Once he truly sees the effort, courage, and pain behind the man he became, his old goal has become riches. One remains his decision about what to do, what their religion. Doga may understand that apologize is not as a single space, it is a pattern of different choices. She must listen when people have less power, question her first judgment, and uses her position responsibility. Her treatment of the town workers, Safid and the farm will show whether her regret is real. Their future romance will become on this is action. Yaman cannot love only the image of a changing Doga. He must allow her time to prove it. Doga cannot love only Yaman's protective side. She must decide it with her. She can trust him after seeing him darker choices. Love beat control. People include uncomfortable knowledge. The series is now moving from attraction toward consequence. The first episode asking why Yaman hated love, Doga, and with her they full fell in love. The new state asks what happened when love grew inside her one's plan. Can a feeling that began under false conditions become honest? Can two people rebuild trust when both have case pain? There is no easy answer, and that is what gives the emotional story strength. If Doga forgive immediately, Yaman crosses close weight. If Yaman refuses every apologize forever, his character cannot grow. The most meaningful part lies between this is extreme. They might struggle, separate, reflect, and choices again. Nature does not heal damaged land in one day. It works slowly through runs, sunrise, new road, and passing season. Emotional healing follow a similar pattern. One apologize is the first train note. The interior recovery, one act of protecting is the beginning of trust, not proof that every danger has ended. Yaman and Doga are only beginning his process. Their conversation will remove the illusion that attraction can solve everything. After the anger, they must decide whether to begin the slower work. The answer may not appear immediately, but their action will reveal it. For now, Doga stands in a place she never expected. She entered the farm wanting to prove that Yaman could not defect her. She now wants to prove that she is not the same woman who hurt him. Her challenge has challenges from winning against Yaman to become worthy of her respect. Yaman also stands in an unexpected place. He returned believing he would control the final chapter of their love story. Insists Doga has become part of a new chapter he never planned. He worked her regret, but now he loses her affection. He wants to expose her weakness, but she exposes his hidden hurt. The 3 days of farm management may appear like a small content, yet they represent the larger struggle between them. Doga receives power and must decide how to use it. Yaman watches someone else hold authority and must decide whether to support or destroy her. Both are being tested by the same question. What kind of person will you become when you have the power to hurt someone? Doga once failed that trust. She used her position carelessly and left it at the vulnerable man. The present gave her another change. Yaman now faces the test from the outside. He has knowledge, confidence, influence over Doga emotion. He has respect